already do a lot. We already, on the illustrations that were provided, there are certain sets of notes that have to explain to the customer what type of plan they're buying, and explain to them that rates are not guaranteed on an investment-linked plan. But at the same time, where we hear of cases where somebody has, an agent or a broker has not clearly explained the investment-linked plan to the customer, then we'll also take that very seriously and take disciplinary action against that person. But the number of complaints this year on investment-linked plans was about 37 cases, and bearing in mind that we've had sort of 40% growth in terms of new business, it's still not that many cases. So I feel that in general that the industry is doing a good job, but we will take action where we find cases where that might not be the case. Well, I think we're expecting medical reform to come through, at least the paper, in January or February, I guess. And that's going to create opportunities, of course, but it'll also create challenges, because we'll have to think about how our existing business model will change to meet that. Stock markets have the potential to create great challenges. If they continue up, it's great. If they took a big dive, then obviously that could create challenges, particularly on the investment-linked side. The employer's compensation has always been a challenge in Hong Kong. Two issues worry me slightly on it. One is recovery agents. These I would call ambulance chasers. People who go to hospital, find people who've had an injury and try and persuade them to that if they represent them, they'll get more money, and then take a large part of the money as a commission. The other area is that some people have not disclosed their wage roll. Some companies don't disclose their full wage roll because they try to keep premiums cheap. So it's made that business tough consistently, and but hopefully things will get better, but I'm not confident. So I think that area will still continue to be challenging. Compliance is definitely going to increase over the next few years. Even this year we've seen a big increase in anti-money laundering requirements, and I think we're going to see more and more compliance over time as things move on. I guess I'd see those as the major challenges. Oh, and MPF, we're expecting to see some changes in MPF in terms of member choice, and that's going to make us want to look at new models as well. The other issue for us, of course, is that there has been pressure on fees to reduce fees, which I see as a good thing in some ways, but I felt it's too early for the industry. I felt that the MPF should have reached a higher level of scale before fees started to reduce, but I'm confident over the long term fees will reduce on MPF anyway. If I want to buy an insurance policy, firstly focus on protection. Make sure that you have all the things you need to make sure that you're protected as an individual. So life insurance so that your family is okay, insurance on your car, insurance on your property, medical cover, critical illness cover, just to make sure that if things go wrong, you're well protected. The other thing I would encourage people to do is to start saving as early as possible, maybe 10% of their pay at least, because the power of compound interest is the earlier you start saving, the more money you have. And personally, I didn't start saving till I was about 40, and that was a mistake. If I started saving when I was 30, I would have had a lot more money now.